Hey guys, do you love these? Looking at the runway fashion shows, you see the runway filled with florals. I'm going to show you how I made these. Stay tuned. Okay guys, the first thing you're going to need is a bunch of, or a bouquet of flowers. Your choice. You can get them from Michael's. Mine personally, I just got them from the Dollar Tree. Any type of silk flowers. You're going to also need some glue. I have Monster Glue here, but that's just an alternative. And I also have some super glue, basic super glue. Doesn't really matter what brand it is. You're going to also need some of these posts. You can find these at any craft store in the jewelry making section. They're just earring posts, and you can get them in gold or silver, your choice. If you want to make a floral pin, you're going to need these pins, and you can get these from Joann's Fabrics in the sewing department. Wire clippers and a pair of scissors. And that is all you need, and let's get started. First, you want to start with a bunch of your favorite flowers. Again, you can get them from any craft store. I got these from the Dollar Tree. And what we're going to do is just go ahead and snip off the stem just about an inch below the petal for right now. We will be cutting more of that off, but for right now we want about that much. That's about an inch or a half an inch. And we're going to go ahead and take off the back stem. I just used scissors and the wire clippers because it was easier for me to do it that way, but if your wire clippers are sharp enough, just go ahead and use those. So we're going to remove the bottom part of the stem and also take out the center flower if your flowers have middle centers in them. We're going to take the petals off and lay them, and we're going to category. You see how I crisscross them over to fill in the spaces? Just make sure they're even, just like that. Then we're going to take some glue, and we're just going to go ahead and make sure you glue the petals in the middle underneath each other, just to tack them down. You can put as much as you feel is going to be secure enough. I just put a lot more on there. Now you don't have to use super glue. I also have Monster Glue, but for right now the petals, super glue was fine for that. Whichever glue you decide is best, or you choose that is best for you, just go ahead and use that. So you want to press them together and be very careful because we know that super glue is very tacky. But you want to make sure you press them together very well. These are the posts that I'm talking about that you would need. They're just metal posts. And what we're going to do on the top middle of the petal. Then we're going to take the centers. We want to make sure that we cut and make it as flat as possible. So we want to snip some more of that until it's like a smooth surface. I put super glue there, and later on I used a little bit more of the Monster Glue because I wanted to really to be tacky, and I wanted to really stick and stay. Just go ahead and press it together. Now with the Monster Glue, it's going to take a little bit longer for it to dry. So just be careful with the super glue and the Monster Glue. Now I use the wire cutters, the flat part, just to press down to make sure I get a flat surface. Now the middle of the flower has a little curve at the bottom, but just by doing this I was able to make it a little bit flatter. Now of course you may have flowers that may not have a center like that, or the center may be a little bit flatter than that, but I make sure I pressed it down just to make it tight and secure. You see the stem of the post, see the stem from beneath the petal. We're going to put that aside. Now we're going to take the leaves that's on your bunches of flowers and just pull them off. Just like that. Some of them may have the little stem in the middle as well. We're going to pull that off and make sure that, you know, all of the plastic is out of that, because it's going to make it bulky on the flower and we don't want that. And then we're going to take the leaves. I used about 2 leaves for the 2 of the leafings. I guess you can say that, the 2 sets of the leaves. As far as the petals, I used about 3. So we're going to take the flower leaves, put them together, and then we're going to stick them through on the opposite side of the flower petals. Make sure we press it down really good. And we're going to add some more glue on that. So just make sure that you have it centered. Make sure that the stem is sticking out. And go ahead and add that glue. That's going to make it pretty secure to stay on. And then you want to push it. You want to make sure you push it really well in there. Make sure it's pressed down really good. And again, you can use your wire clippers to press it down like I did, because I really want to ensure that that is really flat, because that determines how the flowers, once you have them in your ear, how well they will lay. So there you go. That's the flower. And now all we have to do now is add the earring backs. These are the backs. Any back of an earring can do. They have various, you know, different kinds. And just press that on. And there you go. Now, if you choose to use your flowers or your florals, because florals are in. We're seeing the flowers in most of all the fashion shows that are out. They can be big, they can be small. But I had a rose here, and again, turned it upside down, snipped off the back stem underneath the petal. Make sure that's completely out. Add a little glue there. Now you can choose how big you want the flowers to be. This particular flower I'm going to wear as a pin. These are the pins that you're going to need to use. You can buy those as well from any craft store or a Joann Fabrics or fabric store. Add a little glue there. And just make sure you press it on there. Again, with the super glue, it doesn't take much. You can stick it on there. I think it is pretty secure. But if you want to use monster glue, you can do that as well. Go ahead and let it dry for about a couple of seconds or so. And if you want to add your leaves or additional leaves, this one has one on it already, but I wanted to add more, so I added more to it. Just glued it down next to the pin, and pretty much there you go. I had so much fun doing this, guys. This is really pretty, and you can wear this in your hair, or add them as a brooch, and of course the earrings. There you go. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Take care.